Flosstube, it's Janet with Janet Jabber. I'm coming at you with Flosstube 194, which is a StitchCon update, a recap, and also what has gone on for my stitching this week. I'm so excited to come to you. So if you're a returning friend, thank you so much for coming by again this week to see what's going on. And if you're a new friend to this channel, thank you so much for taking the time to check me out and see what's going on here. Please hit the like, comment, subscribe, comment, do the things, interact here. This community is so lovely, and I just thank you for stopping by. So we're gonna get into, it's gonna be a little different this week. I'm going to do a StitchCon recap. I'm sure there's gonna be plenty of other channels that have a much more in-depth. I took pictures, I stole pictures, borrowed them from other people. I didn't take a lot of pictures myself. People would take pictures and I would say share them. So I don't know what we're gonna get. We're gonna just jump in. I do have a few notes to make sure that I get into this. A few business things on the channel. I have a Happy Mail link in the description box below. Please fill that out if you'd like to randomly receive Happy Mail. And there's a lot of other links there. I'm gonna add a link, if I remember to, of the list of all the Flosstubers that are attending weekend A and B. They're smashed together. So if you're looking for someone new to check out, that link is over there. Anyway, let's get into this. So StitchCon weekend A. First of all, I met so many people. I am so grateful and so thankful for anyone that stopped me in the hall or popped by my table, or when I was walking around, grabbed me and said that they watched my channel and that they love it and the energy is great. So thank you so much for being brave enough to do that, because it is sometimes intimidating to say that I was intimidated to walk up to a table and meet some designers or other Flosstubers that I watch. Again, I feel like I know you, but it's really just through this. So I can't tell you how thankful I am that you said hi to me and grabbed a moment when you saw me on the fly or when I was walking around the table. I tried to get around to tables. That was a chore, because like you would look and have to figure out which way to navigate through because of people sitting. So if I didn't meet you, I am sorry about that. I really tried to get around to everyone. I had a great time. And I am going to try not to, I'm going to mention as many names as I can. No, I'm not, because I will forget somebody. I will forget somebody. So let's just jump into this. So I have a couple of things. One of the first things I had was finding my table, and I'm going to pop this picture in here of the tables that were around me of fellow friends and Flosstubers that we all sat together in the general area back by the freebie table. So we would see people when they popped back here for the freebies or just work in the room. So thank you. A great area to be in, and lots of energy, great energy. So lots of stitching got done too. So, but I had a smalls exchange, and I want to show, this is my smalls exchange, but I'm going to pop a picture here because it's probably a better picture. And I am so thankful for this smalls exchange. This is the young lady that I received my smalls exchange from. So thank you very much for that. It was a lovely little display. You can see, I'm going to add it back in this general area. And also here is who received my smalls exchange. So I was thankful to meet her. They put the stuff up on the table, then they call us up, and it's a whole thing. And then after it's all done, they bring your stuff back up so you can meet the person that you were in the exchange with. So thank you so much. And it was fun to do that. I do love being part of that if I can. Mine was a last minute pull it off, and I'm happy that I was able to participate in that exchange. So I have notes written here, which I normally have notes, but I have extra notes this time. So I also have another picture of a group of friends that we chat often on. So I've gotten to know them better, and we were able to see in person, some of us for the first time ever to see in person. And I am so thankful for that. This weekend, since I had a room, I'm within driving distance of StitchCon. I mean, it's like a trip. It's not like I can just jet down there for the day, but I mean, I could if I was being extra, but anyway, so since I had a room and it was within driving distance, I told my kids, you know what, it's just gas and food, get down here and you can go do stuff. So I'm going to share their pictures at the end, but Ozzy did make an appearance at StitchCon, and she had so many people that were loving on her and her little fat cheeks, and she did great. She puckered up a couple of times because it was too many people, but she did great. She didn't like cry. She just did the pucker up thing where she was getting stimulated. But they came down and went to the zoo and hung out and swam and did those kind of things. So it was great that some of you got to meet Ozzy. And then I had this huge finish I'm going to share here. I will share it in my stitching in just a second. But yes, I finished Spring Queen and so excited. I also was blessed to be able to, I brought my Bluebirds of Happiness because I am on target to work on that and get it done by the end of July. So Judy was actually, JBW Judy was actually at this retreat. So anyone working with, have plans on purchase, whatever, that wanted to come out for a group picture with Judy, here was Judy's picture. I'm very happy for that. I also did dinner with friends a couple times. We snapped this one shot. The first night we didn't snap it. We were just like in it. We were all probably very, very hungry. So, and the second time there was a big group of us that went out and had dinner together. So that was fun and stressful. We didn't know if we were making it back for the final hoorah where they take the mic and do things at StitchCon. And the last one is a picture of Flosstubers that ran out into the lobby for Weekend A Flosstubers. Anyway, I was in a couple of cute little things you may have saw on social. Little Stitch Girl did a TikTok reel or whatever and asked me to be in that. I was in accidentally finally a Farm Girls little live video. That was cute. And then I think Tiny House Stitcher is putting a thing together. So I am thankful for my friends. I'm going to try to go around my table. So Connie and Melina, count twice, stitch once. Busy Bee Stitcher, Beth. Athena, Stitching Goddess Designs, Lynn X Stitch, Lynn, Stacie's Creative Studios, Janelle, Coffee, Wine, and Stitching Time. And then we had Bobby from Pumpkin Creek Primitives. We had Fawn and Sean from Sanctum Stitching. We had Sarah, Memphis E. Sarah. Thank you. We had Lynn Ann from Forbidden Fiber Co. So those are off the top of my head. No, Candy from Candy, the 614 Stitcher. So see, I'm just going to do that. And then I was so happy to meet Little Stitch Girl. I was so happy to meet Liz. I've met Liz from Liz Matthews again before. Tiny House Stitcher, I met her. I met Deb and Kat from Snug Harbors Crafts. I met Stitchy Fix. Why can't I think of your name right now? Oh, sorry. Steph, is that and your daughter? I'm so sorry. I loved meeting you. We interacted several times over the weekend. And then some other of the Keepsakes Peaks and the Crockpot crew that I have seen at other events. I got to see them again. I got to welcome Stitchery. Some of my local people from here that I have stitched with before that they don't have channels, but they come to events, and I was so happy to see them again. Kara, Sarah, Holly, Colleen from Rebel Stitcher, my friend Jen that I've met at a previous retreat. See, I just don't want to forget people, and I'm going to, all right, and then let me show you a couple other things, and then we're going to get into my stitching because we are into this in a hot minute. So this bag is the bag we received, and I love this bag, and I'm just going to give you, as if I can, a peek in. So there's a bag within a bag, and then there are so many goodies. There's so many goodies that were passed out. I have floss tags. I have floss drops. I have the Frogger things to where if you have that, I sent a needle. There's candy. There's stickers. There's chocolate. There's just tons of goodness. Waxers. I just can't even. There's so much stuff, and needle minders and all the things. So if you came around and you gave me something, I am so thankful for it. I just know, like, some of them I don't even know who it was because things would be dropped off when you came around. Alexis, My Amazing World, was there. She was with a young table of stuff, the Museum Stitcher, the Seattle Stitcher. It was, if I forgot you, please, I am asking for your forgiveness. I had a great time. I was very nervous about going, and it was wonderful. So see, I have been to several retreats, and I get on here on YouTube, but yet I was still very nervous and very intimidated about going. So if you get a chance to do that, I've said this before, please get out there and do this. I'm going to make it a bigger point to like do what I know that Garon Stitcheries was there and they have the Stitching in the Wild label, but I have said Stitching in the Wild, Stitching in Public, whatever you want to call it. Please get out there and, I don't know, sit at the library, sit at the coffee shop, stitch. You would be amazed how many people are like, oh my gosh, I used to do that, or my mother did that, or I would be interested in that. So anyway, I'm getting hoarse. I am hoarse from the event. That is basically my side effect so far, and a little bit of retreat hangover. So far I'm hanging in there and I'm trying to stay positive. So yeah. Anyway, all right. Whew. What did I stitch on this week? Well, first of all, I have a couple finishes that I did pick up at retreat. Jan, the amazing finisher from Keepsakes, had some of my stuff and I said, just hold it and I will pick it up there. So first off, this little pillow, I do not have the intel on where these are from right now. I feel like this was a freebie, but she finished it and look at this little gingerbread men on the back. This was a perfect fabric. So thank you for that. I also have this one, perfect timing. These next two are perfect timing that they're finished. So it's a long skinny one, so it couldn't be a drum. So she turned it into this little, and I have the perfect hooks to hang this on. Look at that. Oh, it's perfect. She added a little charm down there. Yeah, it's perfect. I love it. These buttons were part of the pattern that I had sewn on. So, and last but not least, I believe this is a Lizzie Kate. And she added this little stand so it can add dimension to it. Little tiny rickrack on the edge and stars on the back. So perfect. And I look forward to putting this stuff out on display. So thank you very much for that, Jan. But my big finish, I am totally showing it you here. I know the picture was earlier, but I have to show this. Spring Queen is done. She is so gorgeous. So gorgeous. This, I've had so many people that stopped me and asked to see a picture of it. They said, seeing her on here does not do her justice. She is so gorgeous. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about, I had one mishap this last week. As I was beading, everywhere that you see, I may have already said this if I did, everywhere that you see the pink beads, up here in her hair, here in her neckline, here, there, and around the bottom, everywhere you see the pink, I had put in white, or the cream colored ones here. I had to pick out beads, put them back in, and just went on with business. So when I arrived at StitchCon, what did I need to stitch? Everywhere you see the dark beads, I needed to stitch the dark beads. And it was a chore, but it got done. I feel like it was Saturday in that like 2 to 4 range. I don't know, time becomes a blur, but anyway, super happy with that finish. So if you've been here a while, you know that's 2 mirrors for this year. My winter and my summer, or my winter and my spring are done. I am gonna really focus on a full sweep of all these seasons done this year. We'll see. I should be. Some people ask I'm just holding this here. Some people ask how long I've been stitching on these. So if you're new here and you don't know, in May of 2020, I started 5 mirrors in that month of May, all the seasons, and then Queen of Freedom. And then I was like, now when am I going to stitch on these things? So starting in 21, I started stitching them seasonally. So in the season that they were in, I stitched them. And then I put them away as soon as the new season came out. Did that in 21, 22, and then 23. It appears as if I'm going to have, hopefully, a clean sweep of finishing these. But we will see. That is yet to be determined, but I am 2 for 2 for right now. So that is my stitching on that. My next one that I stitched on and stitched a lot on during retreat is JBW's Bluebirds of Happiness. I received this because I went to the retreat with us at Stitch Away, put on by Keepsakes, in January, and I received the kit for this. And well, you received the pattern and the floss, not the fabric, but I chose my own fabric that is not another sampler by Stitch Me, and this is where I'm at on it. Oh, I'm so close. I am so excited and so close. You have no clue. So I have, geez, I'm making a mess. I have this motif that needs to go over here. I need to finish this little guy and finish this guy. I know in person these are kind of hard to see. It depends on the light whether these are hard to see. This green color here Looks good down here. You can barely see it, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the softness of it. And then what I'm gonna do, instead of where it says wrought by and blah, 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 I'm gonna put Ed and Penny 1967, which is the year that they were married, I believe, or 68. Well, I'll look up my stuff so it's right. But anyway, the year they were married. I always get that confused because they were born in 48. So I'm like 67. I think it was 67. Anyway, only my sister that's watching me is probably yelling the answer at me. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I'm so close to finishing this and I cannot wait. I cannot wait. My next thing that I stitched on is not a finish, but it's a finish for now. It is the Frosted Pumpkins new stitch-along. So I don't know that I even sent a picture of this to you yet, Chrissy. But I have the part done, backstitching and all. So this is stitched on 32 count Belfast Valor by Picture This Plus. So those little people are ready for their party at the castle. So it's called the Castle Homecoming. And you probably can still get in on that if you're interested. So the next thing that I have is something that I am focusing on. It's my focus of the month. I do not have a beautiful picture to show you beforehand because it's digital remedying of this, but I got this piece off of Etsy. I can look into it if you wanted to know, because I don't even have it out here to tell you who it was from Etsy. But anyway, this is Lady Whistlestop, the Society Papers. This up here is just going to look like wisteria with falling stuff. So I'm kind of plucking at it one color at a time. So we'll see where I come back at you next. So I have 2 of the colors up here done, right? Yeah, 2 of the colors up there done. And this is just on something I had in my stash, and you can't really tell, but it's like a very pale lavender. So I just love how it looks. So, and that I'm focusing on that for the month of June. So hopefully that is a finish in the month of June. It should be. My next piece is my Mill Hill Monday, and my Mill Hill Monday is so close to having the fill-in done. This is what it will look like. And this is what I'm at. So I still have to fill in this dark color here. And then, I mean, I still have plenty to do. As you can see, I've got fill in here. There's still plenty to do. And beading. But we're working along. Mill Hill Monday. Wicked Wednesday is the Tiny Modernist Halloween calendar. And I am on block 28. So we're getting there, but we're not there yet because those books had the better of me this week. So with any luck, there should be no luck. With this 28 should be finished and maybe the start of 29 next time, but it's beautiful. And for Festive Friday, I am festiving up with some hands-on designs, chockfuls that I want to get done. I am doing the pillow, not the big piece. These are oldies but goodies. And I'm having an avalanche over here. And hip hop, and somebody pointed out, I think this was Janelle. I said I had missed some stitches, but then I didn't know what she was talking about. And then when I pulled this out, I'm assuming this is what she was talking about, but I hadn't finished the loop here on the H. But I got the 2 colors of the carrots. They still need sprinkled with the white that I didn't have time to get back out. So hip hop is my Festive Friday. And that is it as far as the stitching goes. That's it. I do have other things to show you because I want to show you some really cool things that I got and to talk to you about personal life and plans, so stick around. I did not go over to Keepsakes. I've been there before. Like I said, I am local-ish to them, but I did go into the Annex and do shopping, which is a store that's on place, but if there was things there that they didn't have, you were able to either ride the Stitchy bus to go over there, or place an order, fill out a form, and have it delivered to you. So that's what I chose to do. So I did go do some purchasing. Here's the game bag. Hi, Opie. He was just barking. So if I have a weird splice in here, that's why, because of this little guy. Anyway, so I did pick up a couple of things so there's trunk shows all in the Annex. I'm sure you're gonna see those pictures everywhere. Opie, you look so scruffy. So let me show you what I got. So within here, I did if I remember, oh, who cares, just jump in. At the Annex, I picked up 2 charts. I picked up Seaside Tiny Town. From there, they had these in stock and the designer was there actually helping at the register. And then they had a Teresa Kogut and I've seen this in her video, but I saw this in real life and I had to buy it and add it. I'm totally adding this to my patriotic wall that I have. So I had those, and then the other thing that I got, oh, I don't have it over. I bought a scissor fob to go with my scissors while I was there because I didn't have one. And then I placed an order for a Bringer Gervais, so that will be here. But then I saw my friend Candace K stitch with these when we were at Stitch Away, so I picked up a few. These are 12 weight Weeks Dye Works, and I just picked a red, blue, and a green for me to add to. You can see, look at the you can't see. Look at the variation. Anyway, I picked up those. So I didn't do a lot of shopping, but yeah. I also received in the mail, I received while I was gone, I received my Stitch, Just Cross Stitch magazine. She was there. That I didn't get to meet her, but she was at the event too. I believe they said 40 years in the making, which it says it here. So that was kind of cool. And last but not least, Chris As You Flies. I ordered something off of her that has nothing to do with cross stitching. It's completely for my quilting, but she does it for cross stitching too. So you got to check this out if you're interested. But she makes these little covers and this little, that's a gorgeous little thing. I want to use this for, I'm sure it's intended for whips, but she has these project things in here. And so when I finish my quilts, I want to fill out like who it's for, the name, general stuff like you would normally do. And then I'm going to put samples of the fabric that was used in here. So this is going to be like my journal of like what I've done. And I don't know, I just wanted it to, I was going to make my own out of a 3-ring binder, and I saw this on Chris's thing and I was like, oh yes, please. That makes it much more convenient and it can slide into thing versus a 3-ring binder. So thank you very much, Chris, for delivering this. And I love it. So I met some bag makers that I'm going to definitely be getting some bags from that were so fun. And I think that is it as far as stuff around here. Like I said, Opie Barkin gets me so confused sometimes, and hopefully that splices was not horrible. But my plans for this week is to stitch on my Mill Hill Monday, Wicked Wednesday, Festive Friday, my daily stitch. I'm sure I've got questions if I'm going to go ahead and bring my other queen out. I'm going to look at my other queen and see if I have so much done that I need a little extra push. So we'll see. If not, if I push these all together and start getting them done before their season, then it just means at the end of the year, I'll probably get my Queen of Freedom, some big stitching on it, or I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to definitely be starting more mirrors, but I can tell you that. Other than that, I want to tell you the kids came down, as I mentioned, for StitchCon, and the husband held down the fort here and did great. He actually stepped up and did the work extra. He went into work extra since he was here by himself and I had the kids I referred to. Anyway, so the kids and Ozzy came down. They got down there. They went swimming. Here's a cute little story. Candace K, popping picture here, as actually was meeting her mom halfway and to do a kid swap. Her kids are going there for a few weeks, and StitchCon was like a halfway break, and it was a great hotel rate for her. So she stayed there, sent me a message, and I love Candace. So I left StitchCon to go over and say hi to her. And at that point in time, the water was so cold. Ozzy's little chin was like shaking. So they had just gotten her out of the pool, wrapped her up really tight, and was giving her a bottle. So I took Ozzy and I sat and visited with Candace while they swam. At one point, Candace looks at me and she goes, I think it's so cool that your kids are swimming with my kids. Candace, I'm going to have this wrong. Are your kids like 7 and 9 or something like that? Maybe older than that? Sorry, Candace, but my kids are like 22 and 23, but they were playing Marco Polo. Come to find out, another little girl that they're playing with was Tiffany's daughter. Tiffany's daughter was over there swimming too, from Black Cat Stitchery. So that was so cute and so cool. So they swam, and then the next day they got up and I went to StitchCon, and they went to the zoo and had a great time at the zoo, came back for Ozzy's napped, and just hung out in the hotel. Went and got dinner. I mean, and at one point I was like, the last big picture of the people that I went out to dinner with on Saturday was like, I was like, I want to call and see like if the kids, and Lizzie says to me, like a big mature adult, she says to me, Mom, if we weren't here, what would you do? I'm like, go to dinner with my friend. She goes, then go. This is supposed to be about you. And we were just coming to have some fun in a different environment. So So that's what I did. That's why I went ahead and went with my friends, because like I love my friends, and I love my kids. So it was a gift to me. So thank you for that, Lizzie. I know you're watching, but I have, if I haven't already, I'm popping some pictures in here. I had one thing I came away from StitchCon not learning, and that was how to add like an intro and music. I don't know how to add music to these videos. I would have loved to have learned that, but I did learn from Beth how to do this thing on my iPad better for when I do digital patterns in a PDF form. So I'm thankful for that little technology lesson. I had to use a hotspot at one point, which I'm like, I don't know. I don't have unlimited hotspot, so I was doing that. The girls offered that have unlimited, but I was like, I barely know how to pull it off on my own. So anyway, that is that. So I hope you have stuck around as long as you did and seen what was going on. I am going to get out of here because there are, I guarantee, lots of StitchCon reviews going on. So with that, I'm getting out of here. I hope you have a great week. Get some stitching done. So keep stitching, enjoy life, and I'm sending you so much love. Bye.